In the next few years, leadership will look completely different. According to a study by the World Economic Forum, 65% of today's jobs don't even exist yet. The future is coming fast, and the leaders who succeed will be the ones who adapt, innovate, and lead in ways we've never seen before. But here's the catch: most traditional leadership skills are becoming obsolete. In fact, 50% of businesses that fail to evolve their leadership strategies in the next 5 years will be outpaced by more agile competitors. The leaders of tomorrow won't just be managers, they will be visionaries, emotional connectors, and trendsetters who can influence people at all levels, with or without a title. This chapter will dive into the 6 critical skills you need to develop if you want to become irreplaceable in the future of leadership. From mastering emotional intelligence to learning how to influence without authority, these skills aren't just nice to have, they'll be essential for your survival in a rapidly changing world. So buckle up, because you're about to discover what it takes to thrive in the future of leadership. Chapter 1. The Visionary Edge. Navigating the future with clarity. Leaders in the future won't just manage, they'll create the roadmaps for tomorrow. In fact, a study by McKinsey shows that organizations with clear long-term strategies are 2.5 times more likely to succeed. Visionary leaders can see what others don't, connecting the dots between current actions and future possibilities. It's not about guessing, but about being proactive. Developing this skill means constantly asking, what's next? You need to take your team beyond daily tasks and immerse them in the bigger picture. Jeff Bezos once said, if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. Strategic foresight doesn't happen overnight. It requires continuous learning and unlearning. In today's world, where the only constant is change, leaders must become skilled in predicting disruptions. You need to focus on long-term goals while adapting quickly to short-term shifts. One of the best ways to hone this is by studying global trends in your industry and beyond. Build a network of people who are a step ahead of the curve. Leaders must also nurture a forward-thinking culture. You can't be irreplaceable if your vision only stretches as far as the end of the quarter. Encourage your team to think in the same expansive way. In the book The Innovator's Dilemma, Clayton Christensen talks about companies that missed the future because they failed to see the disruption coming. Learn from these stories and challenge your team to ask, what would we do if we weren't afraid of change? Chapter 2. Emotional Alchemy. Turning challenges into connections. Emotion is often considered a weakness in business. But research tells us emotional intelligence, EQ, is one of the strongest predictors of leadership success. According to a 2017 study by TalentSmart, EQ accounts for 58% of performance in all types of jobs. Emotional alchemy is the process of turning raw emotions, especially the negative ones, into something powerful. Leaders with high EQ know how to turn tension into trust. They create connections, even in the middle of conflicts. The best leaders don't shy away from emotions, they embrace them. Think about a time you witnessed a leader stay calm during a crisis. They didn't just manage the situation, they connected with their team and made them feel heard. This builds loyalty and respect. One great way to develop this is by practicing active listening. Instead of responding immediately, pause and absorb what people are saying. Studies show that people are more likely to follow leaders who validate their emotions. It's a simple act but incredibly powerful. You'll also build your emotional resilience, helping you keep your cool in tough situations. When emotions are managed well, they act like glue, holding teams together. It's this kind of leadership that creates environments where innovation thrives. Just ask Oprah Winfrey, who said, "Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence." Chapter 3. Adaptability Mastery. The art of pivoting without losing your balance. Adaptability is no longer just a bonus, it's a necessity. In a world that's changing faster than ever, leaders need to pivot without losing their balance. Studies from the World Economic Forum suggest that 54% of all employees will require significant reskilling by 2025. Leaders who can navigate these shifts are the ones who stay relevant. Being adaptable doesn't mean you're constantly changing your entire strategy. It means you're open to new ideas and methods, especially when the old ways aren't working. Elon Musk is a prime example of adaptability. His pivot from PayPal to electric vehicles shows that adaptability can lead to groundbreaking innovations. Leaders should embrace the mindset of fail fast, learn faster. Resilience and adaptability go hand in hand. Leaders who understand that failures are part of the process, rather than obstacles, can keep their teams moving forward. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, organizations with resilient leadership were 50% more likely to outperform their competition. Flexibility doesn't only help in crises, it helps you innovate in the good times too. Leaders need to encourage their teams to embrace adaptability as a core skill. Empower them to think outside the box and experiment with new solutions. Celebrate wins that come from change. But also, learn from the missteps. As Winston Churchill put it, to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on leadership and ways to become irreplaceable in the future. Chapter 4. The Power of Listening. Unlocking potential through silent leadership. Many think leadership is about speaking the loudest, but the most powerful leaders are often the quietest. The power of listening is what allows leaders to unlock the full potential of their teams. A study from the Center for Creative Leadership found that leaders who listen well are rated 40% higher by their teams in terms of overall effectiveness. When a leader listens, it signals trust. It shows the team that their input matters. This is especially important in a fast-paced, high-stakes environment where the best ideas often come from the most unexpected places. A listening leader fosters creativity and innovation. The Harvard Business Review reports that teams are 12% more innovative when their leaders actively listen to them. The art of listening requires patience and empathy. It's about understanding the unspoken, not just hearing the words. In today's digital world, where distractions are everywhere, this skill is even more valuable. Listening means not just absorbing information but also reflecting on it and asking follow-up questions. When employees feel heard, they're 4.6 times more likely to feel empowered to do their best work. In the words of Stephen Covey, most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Great leaders reverse that tendency. They listen to understand, not to respond. Chapter 5. Influence beyond authority. Inspiring without a title. Leadership isn't about a title, it's about influence. Leaders without formal authority often hold the most sway. A study from the Journal of Applied Psychology found that individuals who lead without authority are just as effective in driving outcomes as those with top-down power. The key is influence. Leaders with influence know how to inspire their team with vision and action. They lead by example, showing up with dedication, integrity, and drive. Take the example of Mahatma Gandhi. He had no formal power but led one of the largest social movements in history. His influence came from his values, not his position. To develop this skill, you need to focus on building trust. Trust is the foundation of influence. When people trust you, they'll follow you, even if you don't have a title. Additionally, influence is about emotional resonance. When people connect with your message, your purpose, and your energy, they're more likely to act on it. Simon Sinek, in Start With Why, reminds us that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Mastering influence means learning how to communicate your values clearly and authentically. It's about using your voice to empower, not dictate. Chapter 6. Future-proofing your leadership. Building skills for a world that's always changing. Future-proofing your leadership means developing a mindset that embraces continuous growth. In today's world, skills become obsolete faster than ever. A LinkedIn report states that 57% of leaders expect to face new challenges in the next 5 years, making adaptability and ongoing learning more critical than ever. Successful leaders understand that standing still is the quickest way to become irrelevant. That's why they focus on building a diverse skill set and staying ahead of industry trends. Technology is evolving at a pace that no one can ignore. Leaders who are committed to learning about AI, automation, and other emerging tech will be better equipped to lead their teams in the future. The best way to stay future-proof is by committing to lifelong learning. Whether it's reading new books, attending workshops, or connecting with thought leaders in your field, constantly feed your mind with new knowledge. It's about developing a growth mindset and applying that mindset to both personal and professional challenges. In The Lean Startup, Eric Ries talks about the importance of rapid experimentation. By testing and learning quickly, leaders can adapt to the future instead of being caught by surprise. Future-proof leadership also means fostering a culture of learning within your team. Encourage your team to constantly evolve, and they'll help propel your leadership forward too. If you found these insights helpful, be sure to subscribe for more expert strategies on leadership and success.